And now our watch begins.
Wow. The big three back together.
Samwell Tarly, slayer of White Walkers, lover of ladies. As if we needed any more signs the world was ending.
That's a good point.
Last man left, burn the rest of us.
It's gonna be Sam. Sam's gonna be the one left. John, you might die. I'm just saying. Again.
It's not good either.
Thank you, my lord.
I don't think that's wise. The battle might start at any moment.
It's just a drink, man. You might as well. It's the end of the world.
Half a cup.
She's like his mom.
And you?
No, thank you. I should try and get some sleep.
You really think any of us are going to sleep tonight?
Shoot your shot.
It could be our last night in this world, you know?
Yes, well, I'm glad you're here. Here, fighting with us. Glad you survived East's Watch.
Would you like a drink?
I killed the giant when I was 10. Then I climbed right into bed with his wife. When she woke up, you know what she did? Suckled me at her teat for 3 months. Thought I was a baby. That's how I got so strong. Giant's milk.
What? So random. Like, what? They're like, what is this guy talking about? Seriously. Oh my gosh. Look at this man.
No, I mean, what are you doing up here? You joined the Brotherhood. You won't be on the wall with John. You're here now. Why?
Because he wants to stay alive. I don't know. He wants
When
to
was the
fight.
last time you fought for anyone but yourself?
The Battle of
I
Blackwater?
fought for you, didn't I?
That's a good point. Yeah, so shut your ass up. He protected your ass. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry we parted the way we did.
Take it,
Anything on your
Gendry.
list?
For a little while.
That's all right. The Lord of Light has brought us together all the same.
But for what reason?
When light...
Taurus isn't here anymore, so I hope you're not about to give a sermon.
Oh, shit.
Because if you are, the Lord of Light's gonna wonder why he brought you back 19 times just to watch you die when I chuck you over this fucking wall.
I'm not spending my final hours with you two miserable old shits.
Why is she such a savage? Like, seriously, she ain't gotta be that disrespectful to these dudes.
This'll work.
It's like a stick, like a Donatello Dragonglass blade.
Last time you saw me, you wanted me to come to Winterfell.
What did the Red Woman want with you?
Tell her who you are.
She wanted my blood.
Tell her who you are.
A spell.
She doesn't know. I forgot about that. I forgot.
I'm Robert Baratheon's bastard.
Oh!
I didn't know until she told me.
Were you with other girls? Before that in King's Landing? Or after?
Why is she asking this, though? Why is she asking this? Hold up. Genji, you went to the brothels, bruh?
We're probably going to die soon. I ought to know what it's like before that happens.
Oh, she just throwing it. She just throwing her. Shoot your shot. Oh. Whoa. What the heck? I did not see this coming, y'all. I really did not. Whoa. This is wild. This is wild.
I'm no king, but if I were, I'd knight you 10 times over.
You don't need a king.
This brother's crazy.
Any kneel, Lady Brienne.
Whoa. Jamie's finna make her a knight?
Do you want to be a knight or not? I charge you to be brave. In the name of the Father, I charge you to be just.
Wow, all the 7 gods.
In the name of the Mother, I charge you to defend the innocent.
Wow.
Arise, Brienne of Tarth, a knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
Wow. Wow, this is a beautiful moment. This is beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna cry yet though. There's 4 episodes left. I ain't gonna cry.
Sir Brienne of Tarth, Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
Man, we got all these happy moments before everything turns to shit. Seriously, the Night King finna come through and destroy everybody.
The future of our
I
house.
don't need you to remind me of that.
Oh
Be
shit!
safer in the crypt. These things will fight it.
I will not hide underground. I pledge to fight for the North, and I will fight.
Wow, their reunion. I forgot about that.
Your father, he taught me how to be a man. How to do what's right. I'd be honored if you take it.
Wow, wow. It's a lot of beautiful moments in this episode. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That thing looked fire though. Look at that. No? Well, Terry can sing.
High in the halls of the kings who are gone,
Whoa.
Jenny would dance with her ghosts. The ones she had lost and the ones she had found, and the ones who had loved her the most. The ones who'd been gone
Aww.
for so very long, she couldn't remember their names. They spun her around.
Theon, you're the first to go, bruh.
Stone,
Sorry.
spun away all her sorrow and pain. And she never wanted to leave. Never wanted to leave.
Yeah, he's a goner, bro.
Wanted to leave.
He's definitely gone. Yeah.
Never wanted to leave.
Yeah, this is beautiful, man. This is beautiful.
Never wanted to leave. Never wanted to leave.
Oh shit. Podrick, that was beautiful, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this is as good time as any. Damn, I wonder how she's gonna react though. Like seriously, I wonder how she's gonna react.
And he raped her.
No, they were in love.
He didn't.
Oh God.
Robert would have murdered the baby if he ever found out, and Lyanna knew it. So the last thing she did, as she bled to death on her birthing bed, was give the boy to her brother,
Ned Stark.
Ned Stark.
Oh, I think she sees where it's going.
Raised as his bastard.
Yikes.
My name. My real name. Is Aegon Targaryen.
It's impossible. If it were true, it would make you the last male heir of House Targaryen.
Hey, you might as well just stay together now. Why not?
You'd have a claim to the Iron Throne.
Is she really No, don't get pissed off about that. Come on. Oh no, don't tell me the Night King is already here. Where's the Night King though? Seriously, where's he at? He's probably on the damn dragon. Oh Lord. Woo! Alright, y'all, so that was episode 2 of Game of Thrones. Season 8, episode 2. Straight up, this was a setup episode, but it was a very good episode. I liked it, I think, a little bit more than the first one, definitely. Because of just the character relationships. Obviously, Jaime came back, and Theon came back as well to Winterfell. So it's very interesting to see how they're setting everything up, because the Great War seems to be next episode. I know that episode 3 is probably going to be the Battle of Winterfell, and I know episode 4 and 5 are big battle type episodes too. So I feel like episode 3, 4, and 5 are going to be big time action, all that. And honestly, I've been cool without the action. Honestly, I've been cool with just seeing the character relationships. I mean, seeing the Arya hook up with Gendry. I mean, that was kind of that was really weird. But hey, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. But they pretty much said in this episode that the Night King wants to pretty much destroy all life, but I don't know. I just feel like there's something more complex with his, arc and more complex with his motives. You know what I mean? Like if he wanted to kill everybody, he would have killed Jon Snow, the Hound and the rest of those guys when they were fighting up in the north, beyond the wall, in that Beyond the Wall episode. Like there's got to be a reason why he needs a dragon to take down the wall. There's got to be a reason why he needs this army. There's got to be a reason why, he wants Bran. You know what I mean? Is it to destroy Bran? Is it to take his power? Is it to become Bran? Is it, because obviously I've heard all those theories that Bran is the Night King and all that, or that Bran is going to go back in time and kind of warg into the guy who became the Night King. So essentially the Night King is going to be Bran. Well, Bran's mind is in the Night King that's trapped. Personally, in my opinion, I don't know. I feel like it's something else. I feel like it's something different than that. I think this episode definitely did hint at a lot of character deaths in the next episode. I feel like Theon is a big character death that could happen. I mean, he is going to be the one protecting Bran in the Godswood. And Bran is not going to go and hide under the crypts. He is going to go in the Godswood and actually, wait for the Night King to come and, get him. Which is kind of interesting because I know the Weirwood tree that Bran draws his power from is in the Godswood as well. Like that tree that Bran is always next to, he always draws power from it. So it's interesting that he's right next to it, and Theon's gonna be like protecting him, probably with other soldiers as well. But Theon is gonna be the main character with Bran as well in that whole storyline. So I feel like Theon might be a goner, bro. I feel like he might be dead, and honestly, his character arc has become, definitely something where I've kind of accepted, because honestly, before the season started, I wanted Theon to take down Euron, but it looks like that's not going to be the case if Theon makes that out. I think, Cersei might take down Euron, and honestly, we haven't seen Cersei or Euron this episode as well, so they're probably saving that for that second half of the season, most likely, because next episode is probably going to be the Battle of Winterfell. It's going to be a big-time action thing. It looks like next episode is just going to be at Winterfell, and it looks like that's going to be the main priority of what the story is going to have right now. And then after that, it's possible we could see some Yara stuff, definitely in the Iron Islands, and it's possible that we could see some Cersei Lannister and Euron Greyjoy stuff at the end of the season. Because this is how I see it shaping out. Definitely, I do see that episode 3 is going to be the Battle of Winterfell. I don't know if the Night King is going to die. I really don't think so. I think it's possible he could survive in episode 3, and then maybe they save that for episode 4 or 5, and then we have the Cersei stuff at the end of the season. It's interesting, especially with Daenerys and Sansa's conversation. Obviously, it seemed like, Sansa and Daenerys had some kind of understanding of what they were doing. And, Daenerys was trying to have a relationship with Sansa. And I feel like Sansa was wrong definitely last episode, but she has become a very sassy individual. Like, she has become like I said, Lady Olenna. Olenna Tyrell is Sansa reincarnated. Like, I'm telling you, she is so sassy. If you take back the Iron Throne, what's going to happen with the North? You know what I mean? Like, we were fighting for our lives to get out of the rule of the Southern leaders to be our own pretty much country. You know what I mean? The North is its own country now. After Jon Snow pretty much became, after Robb declared that he was going to be king of the North, it really changed a lot. Definitely in the narratives of definitely when Robb, back in season 1 changed the narrative of becoming the king of the North, it really changed the whole perception of what the North is. You know what I mean? The North used to be one of the 7 kingdoms, but now in Sansa's eyes and obviously the rest of the Northern Lords, it's its own kingdom. So after this, if they all survive, it is going to be very interesting. But obviously, we don't think they're all going to survive. I do think a lot of characters are going to die next episode, but that's just me. We'll have to see how it goes. It was interesting to see Tyrion actually mention, Tywin actually this episode. He mentioned that it would be interesting for Tywin to see his two sons defending the Starks versus the dead men. You know what I mean? I remember Tywin back in the day looked at Daenerys and her dragons as a joke. He didn't really believe it. So it would have been very interesting to see his reaction to the dragons and to the White Walkers as well. I kind of miss Tywin's character, but hey, we gotta move on. I think that's the only weakness to it. It's like, why could this, season be 10 episodes? You know what I mean? Like, you would have had a lot more time to develop a lot of these relationships, a lot of these stories, and you know what I mean? But it's all good. It is what it is. I also find it interesting that Jorah actually took up for, Tyrion. He pretty much said that because literally Jorah was the one that was guiding Daenerys through, the first 5 seasons or the first 4 seasons or whatever. And literally Jorah is cool with Tyrion having to take his place because Tyrion's a smart guy. Tyrion knows the politics. Jorah doesn't really know the politics. Well, maybe he does, but he's more of the lines of being an advisor to actually, help her get the throne, not to help her keep the Iron Throne, which is obviously what Tyrion is wanting to do. We know Tyrion was the hand of the king to Joffrey, so he knows, the ins and outs of King's Landing, the ins and outs of the people, the ins and outs of trading, monetary expenses, all of that. I don't think Jorah would know any of that, so that's probably why she chose Tyrion, because he's a smart guy and he knows all those things. But Tyrion has made a lot of mistakes. I mean, he's made a lot of battle mistakes. He trusted Cersei, so yeah, it would have been kind of interesting to see Daenerys actually grill into Tyrion a little bit more, but it seems like their bond is, all right. It doesn't seem like she's shaken any of her confidence in him. Obviously, Jorah had to give her some confidence back into Tyrion, but I feel like, Daenerys and Tyrion's relationship is probably going to be a lot more stronger now because, the dead is coming, so we need to, like, band together and actually fight the dead. So yeah, we got that Grey Worm and Missandei scene, and I'm one of the people that think Grey Worm's definitely dying. I mean, I know that, they're a cute couple. They are. Missandei and Grey Worm, they're great. They're a cute couple, but I just feel like the story cannot have this many cute scenes, this many happy scenes going on without some bullshit happening. So some bullshit's about to happen next episode. That scene between Lyanna Mormont and Jorah was pretty short. I wanted that to be a little bit longer because honestly I wanted Lyanna to pretty much call him out on this shit for leaving the family, you know what I mean? So that would have been interesting if they really showed that, but like I said, there wasn't enough time to really showcase all the development within the relationships, all the characterization. So I mean, I get it, I understand, but it would have been nice to see a little bit more with that. And obviously, we saw, Samwell Tarly give his ancestral sword to Jorah, which is going to be a good weapon for him to use. I mean, it is Valyrian steel, so it is going to be a lot stronger than Dragonglass, I think. I don't know if is Dragonglass stronger than Valyrian steel, or is Valyrian steel stronger than Dragonglass? I'm not really sure. There's got to be a big death next week. I mean, it is the Battle of Winterfell. This is the Great War. This is everything we've been waiting for since season 1. So it's got to be some big deaths, man. But I don't know. I just don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see Jon dying next episode. That's too soon, I think. It's too soon for him to die. I don't see Daenerys dying yet. Or Jon. I don't see Arya. I don't know. I just don't know. Seeing Arya hook up with Gendry, that was interesting. I mean, I didn't know Gendry actually hooked up with people in a brothel. I mean, Arya played the game of faces with him, so that was kind of interesting to see Arya kind of, be a woman, be a girl, you know what I mean? Because she's been just this psychopathic killer for so long, and she literally wanted to know what it felt like before she went off to battle. So hopefully she ain't pregnant, though, because he ain't a Baratheon, and he's a bastard, so hopefully she ain't pregnant, though. That's all I'm saying. We got more of the Hound and Arya this episode. Definitely, that was a lot more interesting than last episode. I was really, underwhelmed by their relationship and their, reunion. Definitely, I like Gendry's and Arya's relationship and reunion, but I didn't really like, the Hound and Arya's reunion last episode. So definitely, they talked a lot more this episode. And you could tell, Arya's definitely a changed girl. She's definitely a changed person because she used to talk her head off. Like you said, like she used to talk her head off, but now she's just like stone cold killer. So it's kind of interesting to see that. And also it is very interesting to see Beric and the Hound interacting because we all know Beric Dondarrion is on his last life, and Thoros and Mira did die last season. I guess in the books, Beric Dondarrion is dead, but in the show, he's still alive for some reason. And I guess in the book, he had like a kiss of life or something like that, and he pretty much gave a dead character life again. I think it was Catelyn Stark. She became Lady Stoneheart, which is some character that is a zombie-killing psychopath, which is very interesting. I wanted to see that in the show. I mean, that would have been kind of interesting. I definitely heard a lot of theories that Beric was going to die, and while his dying breath, he was going to give his life force into somebody else. So it'd be very interesting to see who that's going to be and who he has a connection with. He has a connection with the Hound, and he has a connection with Tormund. If Tormund does die, maybe Beric, lays down his own life to give him life back, or maybe the Hound dies, and maybe Beric actually dies and give his own life force back to the Hound. So I'm interested to see how Beric is gonna, die, because definitely he's a goner too. Like definitely he's a goner. And then we got Daenerys and Jon. So Jon pretty much told the truth of, his heritage to Daenerys. And honestly, I was very surprised that she did not mention anything about the incest. I mean, I am really surprised. The first thing that she mentioned was that he had better claim to the throne. So that's where her mind is at. I mean, damn, she does not give a damn that she was smashing this man that was her nephew or whatever, but she just cares about the Iron Throne. I definitely knew that conversation was definitely going to be cut short because the Night King was going to be coming. And honestly, they did cliffhanger it, but they cliffhangered it in a nice way. You know what I mean? It's not like they started the battle and then the Night King came and then they cliffhangered it. Like, that's when I hate TV cliffhangers, when they do that. Like, they tease you for so much. They give you a little taste, right? And then they cliffhanger you. This was a good cliffhanger. This was a decent cliffhanger because next episode, we're going to get right into it. It's not going to be any build-up because this was the build-up. This episode was the build-up. So literally, next episode is just going to be all-out war, all-out great war, Night King, Jon Snow, Jorah, Hound, everybody's going to be in this battle. So it's going to be wild, honestly. It's definitely going to be wild. Like I said, I'm very interested to see, what the Night King's motives are. And obviously, he wasn't at the end of the episode, so he's got to be on that damn dragon, coming through, burning the whole place down. So that would be very interesting. And I wonder if Jon's going to ride his dragon and Daenerys. Are they going to go up in the sky and fight the Night King? It's going to be a dance of dragons or something like that? Will the Night King be defeated in episode 3? I don't think so. I don't think so. I feel like it's going to be a battle where, Winterfell is going to definitely fall. Winter will fall on this castle. I think Winterfell will fall. I think it's possible for, the Night King to raise some dead Starks, because I know there's a theory out there that he's definitely going to go down there in the crypts and raise up some of the dead Starks. If he does that, bro, that would be freaking crazy. Like, straight up, what if he raises Lyanna Stark from the dead? Oh my god, that would be insane. It's interesting. This is the second episode. We haven't seen Melisandre yet, so I am thinking that she is going to show up, Deus Ex Machina, and kind of not save the day, but she is going to help and maybe bring some people along, because definitely, obviously, she did mention that she was going to come back to Westeros, but at what moment is she going to come back, and why is she going to come back? What's going to be going down on the Get Down? So the next episode is going to be the Great War. It's going to be episode 3. I expect a lot of death. I expect a lot of battle sequences. So it's going to be very interesting. And obviously it's going to be at night too. So that'll be very interesting. We haven't seen a night battle since Blackwater Bay. So definitely we'll have to see how that all goes. But I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!